In today's video, we're gonna look at a rude and crude 2D fighting game from the 1990s that had dinosaurs brought to life by a process of stop-motion animation. Primal Rage! What? It's not Primal Rage? Then what is it? Oh, what? Oh, excuse me. Dino Rex is a 1992 arcade game by Taito. And if my puberty were a picture, this art would be that picture. The plot is a little tricky to follow, as this here is a crap translation job. But as I understand it, uncovered South American statues reveal that in 2500 BC, dinosaurs and breasts lived side by side in harmony. And I know what you're thinking. 2500 BC is the year that rice was introduced to Malaysia. Correct. Anyway, Dino Rex is the name of this gluttonous king who gets to bang all these rock and roll chicks and then bang all these rock and roll dinosaurs. So you're a warrior fighting for the Dino Rex title by using your dinosaur to kill all the dinosaurs with your dinosaur, and you gotta whip him into shape. I'm a mighty warrior. But does that backstory even really matter? This character select screen is a mess with text running over images. I can't even see the dinosaur skull wheel, which is the only feature worth seeing here. But what of the game itself? What the fuck? What is that? Why do they roar like that? I didn't know Barney joined Fight Club, but I guess he's not allowed to talk about it. Look, he's laying down like my dog when he's being a good boy, just waiting for his treat. Epic belly flop! And yeah, Dino Rex used stop-motion dinosaurs a few years before Primal Rage went to the market. And it clearly uses the old-school film representation of dinosaurs, like when dinosaurs ruled the earth. That's pretty cool, actually. I'm down for that. Yeah, so there are 6 dinosaurs to choose from and 7 stages. One shit feature is that if you cross paths with your foe, you automatically walk back to reset. You can't pass each other and turn around. That's an immediate red flag. Hit detection can be virtually non-existent. These sprites are giant and you almost have to merge them together to detect some hits. Ah, Christ, these roars constantly. When you select, when you fight, you have a special move meter that you can replenish by roaring, which leaves you vulnerable, but also the roaring. When you win, when you lose, these roars. They sound like somebody took a panther and threw it into a wood chipper. Now check this out. If you lose, a pteranodon swoops in and eats the human you. Yeah, well good, fuck them. Animal cruelty karma. But the humiliation's not over. If you don't put in another quarter, they want you to know that the pteranodon ate you, vomited you up for its young, and then they ate you and are shitting you out. Well, joke's on you, Dino Rex. I'd rather that fate than put in another quarter and hear one more fucking roar. How did this game come to be? So there's this game designer, Takatsuna Senba. In 1990 and 91, he made a couple of sweet games for Taito. Gun Frontier and Metal Black, both shooters, both good games. Senba wanted to do a third shooter with helicopters and dinosaurs. But then, Capcom dropped an atomic bomb on the gaming industry with Street Fighter II, and things were never the same again. Midway through development, Taito forced Senba and the team to switch Dino Rex from a shooter to a 2D fighting game. That's a shitty thing to do, and they threw in an unrealistic deadline on top of that. Because of course they did. A lot of companies would jump on the 2D fighting game trend for years to come, but Dino Rex was one of the earliest to be released, making it to Japanese arcades within a month after Mortal Kombat. But Senba left the project before it finished because he knew a dino turd when he saw one. Between these matches, there are these dream sequences where you get to see the dinosaurs in a modern day setting. Now this should have been the game! Forget a shooter, forget a 2D fighter, make a beat-em-up game where you're a Harryhausen dinosaur just walking down Bleecker Street. When you finish enough matches, you go into sudden death, and you have to kill the rotund Dino Rex, and... Seriously, did this guy not know he was supposed to fight today? He couldn't have done a push-up to hold on to his title? Whatever, he's Pteranodon poop now, which means I win all the boobies. Then there's some type of Dino Parade, or maybe everyone's racing to get the fuck out of here before the game starts over. Wait, who's that? Is that the previous Dino Rex? Or maybe it's a caricature of an executive who pissed off the game developers. Either way, he's ass up ready for the stampede. This game is merciless. As silly as this all looks, it's still very passable for 1992. I can totally imagine this cabinet at my pizzeria, but at the very least, something needs to be done about the roars. I hope you didn't watch this video through headphones. Probably should have put that warning at the beginning of the video. If they only happened to release this game 2 years later, Dino Rex might have thrived during the extreme popularity of Jurassic Park. We could have been up to Dino Rex Reboot Part 3 by now. We could have had toys! That's the important thing. All Dino Rex got was one port to a home console, exclusively in Japan on the PlayStation 2. You'll find Dino Rex in the Taito Memories Volume 2 compilation disc. It's literally just a memory. 2 stars! There's an old saying that if you pay a bunch of people to do a project for you, you can only choose 2 of 3 things: cheap, fast, or good. In the case of Dino Rex, you can see they chose cheap and fast to sacrifice good. But we're in luck, because Dino Rex came out 30 years ago, and we've totally never had a developer team get fucked by arbitrary corporate deadlines since— Oh, what?